Alright guys, so my buddy Curtis, he's got this pretty badass S550 twin turbo deal. It's pretty nice actually, not even a Ford guy, but it's pretty nice. Anyways, hurt the motor a few weeks back and it's in the process of rebuilding it, I believe. But in the meantime, he wanted to make sure his injectors were working, and he had another shop test them, and they said they were bad, and I told him I'd give them a shot and see if I could see if they were actually bad. So he sent them over to us, and that's what we're gonna do. I believe they are ID 1700s. Yeah, ID 1700s. So go ahead, throw them in the bench and see what happens. Alright guys, we got these injectors on the flow bench now. We're going to go ahead and check some things on it and see if they really are bad. Right now we're essentially just testing the coil to make sure it'll even fire and what its resistance is. All looking pretty good. Alright, so if you didn't hear what I said over all the sound, we were checking the coils, make sure they're even firing and what the resistance is going through them, and everything checks out on those, so go ahead and run them through a flow test. Alright, so coming over here to look at the graph, I know it looks kind of scary with all the red. Looks like the lowest one is 304.7 and the highest one is 327.8. It's really not a crazy difference in flow. They're red because they're outside of the preset 2.5%. But so far, I mean, these are right out of the vehicle, which is ran on E85. So I would expect them to be a little dirty anyways. But I don't know what the other shop was calling bad. So we're gonna run through one more test and see what we get on that one. Alright, before we go to the results, I just want to point some out. All the dripping you see coming down, not talking about the spray, but the dripping itself, that's just because these two pieces aren't perfectly aligned right now. So don't think these injectors are dripping all over the place, because they're not. So anyways, as you can see, we've got 1600, 1600, 1600, 1610, 1656, 1613, 1616, and 1600. Still only a 1.8% difference. So again, yeah, they didn't flow 1700 like they're called, but again, they're used injectors that were ran on the 85 and have sat for a few weeks since the motor was hurt. There's definitely nothing wrong with any of these injectors. So